Welcome to the Salon Owner's Holistic Blueprint, your podcast for unlocking the secrets to a thriving salon business through holistic practices. I'm Jacqueline Rodriguez, your host, and join me each week as we explore wellness, sustainability, and business success. Everything from attracting conscious clients to adopting eco-friendly practices. We're going to cover it all to elevate your salon business. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Salon Owner's Holistic Blueprint podcast. I am so excited for today's conversation because this is a really big need, not only for salon owners to find hairstylists, great, amazing stylists to work with you, but also for hairstylists to find platforms to be on and to find employers that is going to resonate with you. So I am really excited to be here with Jason, and I am going to let you introduce yourself and tell us who you are.
Thank you for having me. My name is Jason Cassman. I'm from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. I am the CEO and owner of Dite, which is a new career platform for the professional beauty industry and is dedicated solely to professionals in the industry itself.
Love it. That is such a big thing because we don't have a ton of platforms that are dedicated specifically for us. Excuse me. So that's a really big, it's also a big thing that you're taking on. So tell us a little bit more about like what that platform looks like.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give you a little bit more kind of background information as to kind of where it started and how it kind of got to this, just because I do believe it's a bit of an important story. So I used to work for a professional beauty distributorship, and my job as a sales consultant was obviously to go to businesses and help grow their business and their bottom line. And obviously, as working for a specific dealership, we had to, sell certain products, and that was kind of our way to have a leg up on the competition, is using our business acumen to ensure that they were growing and being profitable every year. Now, most of the time, you want to get into your sales pitch, and it kind of just leads down this rabbit hole of all the other things that they need and not the product that we're trying to sell. And most of the time it was always, I need a new hairstylist. I need to fill this chair. I want to start offering other services to keep clients under one roof and expand our options for them. And these are always great opportunities for us as sales reps to help out. But at the end of the day, it kind of also falls back on me if I'm recommending individuals to businesses and they're not really panning out. Plus, we're also selling their product. So a way for me to kind of disassociate myself from that was to try to find something that was out there that could be of help to these owners. And after doing a lot of research and asking a lot of questions to them, we just found that it was kind of the same answers. We get resumes dropped off. It's word of mouth. We're posting on social media. We're posting on Facebook. We're posting on LinkedIn and other traditional hiring platforms, but the quality of candidates that we're getting back are not quite there. So time went on and I started thinking, well, we could solve this problem because, our industry is very tactile and visual, and we need to see and feel things before we know if we like them or not, or who we're getting involved with. And so the platform kind of emerged to this point where we want it to be user friendly, but also at the same time you can see exactly who the candidates are, not only by their profile picture, but a gallery photos of their work, plus the brands that they work with, any specialties that they actually are involved in, whether that be blonding or pixie cuts or bobs, anything like that. So we use a lot of industry terminology to set us apart from every other platform that is out there, because every other platform that is out there is not meant for beauty professionals. It's meant for the professional industry of submitting a resume and obviously trying to get a job interview after that.
Yeah. And I, as a salon owner, And especially because, you're on the Holistic Blueprint podcast, so it's a
Yeah.
holistic salon. I have had those same frustrations of putting it out on ZipRecruiter and LinkedIn and getting candidates that don't even understand because they're just submitting. They're submitting, but they're not really taking time to look at what is it that we even do or what we're all about. So that has been a big frustration. And this sounds like it would be really beneficial because then I could actually go on and look as the salon owner, see, what is this person all about? What is their work like before we even get into the next stages of taking that time, because our time is precious, of doing an interview.
And that kind of goes back to it as well too, is, most salon owners are still just that, owners, and working behind the chair and don't have the time to look at 15 different resumes. And it's great that you can put your social media handle on your resume, but if there's no link to click on that takes you directly to that page, I mean, there's probably a good chance that no one is going to actually take the time to go look at your page and see what you can do. So you're right. We made this out of convenience for not only professionals to seek out jobs and opportunities, but on the flip side, for businesses to be able to also see what else is out there and showcase what they can offer a professional that wants to come into their environment at the same time and know what they're getting themselves into.
That's awesome. Wow, I'm just like percolating ideas of how this can simplify my hiring process, because I do ask, and I'm one of those owners where I actually ask them to submit a little video. Like, I want to see your face before we come in person. I want to see your face, who you are, your energy, because a lot can be told by that. So having somewhere for them to showcase that is phenomenal. And then it puts everything in a nice little neat bow for them too, which is easier for the professional, because then you don't have to sit out and fill out, like, every single resume like that. And then for the salon owner to just come on and, like, it sounds like a dream. Seriously, like, I am so excited about this.
And I think the other thing too is, a lot of times in the professional beauty industry is, I think a lot of professionals sell themselves short by not knowing exactly what opportunities are out there for them. And a lot of people don't want to move or don't travel because they can't. But like, now with a plethora of professional brands being out there, they're all looking for educators. They're all looking for someone to help out in some sort of capacity. So, I mean, there's so much opportunity nowadays that you don't just have to be a hairstylist. You can be a hairstylist and then also move into becoming an educator. So, in I think from our standpoint is like, well, if I just left cosmetology school and now I'm going to go apprentice, and I'm then, after I'm done my apprentice hours and I'm off on my own, what do I do next? And I think a lot of people just get stuck there at that point, and they don't realize, well, I could take this educational job. I could become a part of this brand or something else. So I think it's a way for a lot of people to plot out their careers and see, like, hey, maybe I want to go to Australia and work there. And I know from Canada's standpoint, we have a really good relationship with Australia when it comes to working. So that's an opportunity. And I've had a couple of friends that have done that. But of course, what they had to do is they had to move to Australia first, and then they had to find a job. It would be nice if you could find a job and then decide to move to Australia.
Yeah, that would help a whole lot. Make life
Yeah.
easier. And with a platform like this, you have so much more opportunity. And I mean, because I don't know if any of you listening have either been on ZipRecruiter, or I can't think of the other one. What is it? Like monster.com?
Yeah, there's
Is that
LinkedIn,
right?
Monster,
Uh,
ZipRecruiter, Glassdoor.
Yes, all of those. I've tried all of them. And
Yeah.
for the beauty industry, there's not a huge pool of people in them. So it really leaves our industry kind of out all the way around. And I know that some other platforms, like Behind the Chair, I think has a, like, job finder, but it
They do.
is
Yeah.
just kind of a very bare minimum. because that's not their specialty, right? They have a ton of other stuff that's great,
Yeah.
but it's not their specialty. So this really brings out that specialty and connecting our industry to each other. And this can even work like even if you're not looking for a job, but like you're looking for other hairstylists like to communicate with and to, collaborate with. It
Yeah.
sounds like that would be a good way too.
And that's essentially what we want to do is like we want to create an industry within the industry. And, it's our little bubble that we're all in and that we can all motivate each other and we can all help each other get to the points that we want to be. But right now it's really difficult. Obviously, we have Facebook, which is great. You have all these groups and stuff like that, but still it's not so much a community that's ours. It's just a sub of something that we have to go to. So I just think that, yeah, it's a really good opportunity for people to network and connect and like you said, collaborate together. And, as hopefully we grow, we can grow the platform itself to offer more things to be more inclusive to everyone and connect everyone.
Amazing. And that's what we really need in this industry. It's just more connections, more platforms where we can talk, create. We're creative people coming together. When we're creative, like so much can blossom and, come about from just connecting with other like-minded people. That's why we have, Daniel started the Green Beauty Coalition and we have the Green Beauty community. And I'm so excited to be a co-founder of that and like really bring that to life. But like it is bringing all of these people together and having platforms that are very specified for what you're looking for is such a game changer. I can't even express how excited I am about that. Tell us a little bit more about like what would it look like for the people listening to like go on, sign up, find their people, like and maybe, since this is a podcast, it's on YouTube, so you can visually see it. But for the people who aren't, who are listening maybe through Apple or whatever, maybe at the end we can even pop up the website and have you walk us through. But if you want to like explain it to us first, that would be great.
Yeah, not a problem. I Signing up is really easy. In the top right corner of the website, we have a sign up, and then from there, you would just select what you are as a professional. So there's four different quadrants to choose from. The first is a professional. So obviously, if you're behind the chair or working or independent, and then our second category is workplace. So anything that is a business or a brand, something that is offering a service or selling something to someone is where you would fall under that category. And then we also have distributors and we also have schools and institutions as well too. So you would just select what you are, and from there you would just create your profile. A professional profile is obviously just about yourself. The business profile is just about the business itself, and then same with the distributor and the school. So it's just a way for you to create another profile that showcases what your business looks like inside, maybe the brands that you guys have to offer, the services, any amenities that you might offer as well too. So we've really kind of covered every aspect of like how you can showcase your salon without having you to like think too much about it. Everything is pretty well there for you. Just kind of fill in all the blanks and you're pretty well good to go. So once you've created your actual business profile, that then allows you to have access to posting jobs and opportunities. Now, those jobs and opportunities would obviously be within your area itself. Everything is like geolocated. So when you do go on, you'll have to like allow its location services in order for it to pull in your area. But it will. And so when you post that job, you'll see that it shows up. And if there's any professionals that are in your area, you'll see them as well. And then you'll also see some education opportunities that are in there. The distributors that might be in your area, the schools and institutions that might be in your area. And then we also even created a marketplace for the professional beauty industry as well.
I remember hearing about that. Ooh, finish what you were saying, but we've got to get into the marketplace. I remember being
Yeah.
very excited about that too.
Yeah. Once you have your business profile created, like I said, you can create a job posting, and then in that job posting itself, again, it just has more industry related terminology in the sense of like what they're looking for from you, the brands that they're carrying, and all the information that you would really need to know to make a solid decision as to whether you want to apply. I guess one thing I did forget about though is professionals, once they've created their profile, they then have digital access to all the jobs that would be in their area, or they can continue searching throughout the country or the world for the most part, to see what is available. And if they do find some stuff, they can apply directly with their digital profile to that job, and a business will get the professional's actual profile to their email and in their dashboard. So every single job that they post, whether it's like a chair rental is one of them and a nail tech is the other one from the same company, if you have multiple people applying to like both positions, you'll be able to conveniently see who's applied to which one, and then you'll also see their profile as well too. So now you could post the job, wait for a week. If you have some time at the end of the week on a Friday, you can sit down and see this many people apply for this position, this many people apply for this position. I'll go look at all of their profiles quickly. With all their social media handles being already on their profile page, you can quickly click on those that will take you to them. And so you can really vet and see who is applying very quickly, and make a very in-depth decision as to who you want to bring forward, and possibly just bring in for an actual in-person interview at that point in time.
Amazing. Okay, salon owners out there, like, are you hearing this? Are you getting as excited as I am? Because that took so much of the legwork out of what we have to do, right? So, what are we constantly saying? We need more time, we need more energy. And when we're hiring, it's already such a big task. So, allowing and putting this up, oh, so amazing. So, one thing I want to ask, like, is there a price involved? Like, what is
Uh,
that
I mean, so full disclosure at this time, like we just launched in March of this year, so it's only been a couple of months at this point in time. In the future, we do have it set up as a subscription base right now. Everything is free, whether you're a professional or a school or institution, anything along those lines is all free right now. And it is 6 months free from when you do sign up. Um, but we'll make you guys and your listeners a special code for another year on top of that, so businesses can really play around with it and get a good feeling for it. But as time goes on, we will eventually end up charging businesses $99 a month. Distributors are $149 a month, and schools and institutions are $199 a month. Professionals are always free to make their profile and to apply to jobs no matter what. So we've made it pretty inexpensive at the end of the day, because, and I'm sure that you could vouch for this, is, LinkedIn is not cheap, and, a month can cost you from anywhere from $500 to $1,200, depending on the amount of clicks that are happening. So, I would be happy to, help any business out for $1,200 in a whole entire year. So at $100 a month, and you can post as many jobs as you want. You can post as many education as you want. You can post in the marketplace as much as you want. Like it's endless when it comes to the opportunities at that price. But for now, everything is still free.
phenomenal? Okay, so that's why everyone listening to this should hop on this deal right now. Get in. We know how this works. Like, businesses who are working, like who are just opening up, they're doing really amazing things and they're coming together. So they've got some really great opportunity to start at ground zero. I'm in. Like, that's a no-brainer for me. I'm in. This is going to be like such a big change in the way we do things that I can't wait to get all of my information up there. And $99, even as this goes along, like that really is very reasonable. If any other salon owners have tried any type of ZipRecruiter, any of those, they're all quite a few $100s monthly. And again, we're hitting no type of like industry specific. So we're hitting all sorts of people, and people click on those things like trying to just figure out, but they're not even in our industry. I've had that happen. So you're wasting money at that point. And the traditional route, it's so time consuming. Like just posting on social media. Like yes, we need to post on social media. We need to showcase what our salon is all about, the experience, not only from a customer and client base, but like what is the experience for your stylists? Like how are they changed and how are they enjoying being in your salon? Like that's such a big part, but it's not the only part. And we know that. And like trying to recruit, this is one of the biggest worries and concerns I've heard from all over the place for salon owners, is just trying to find the right people. So when this is simplified and you can see it already, that's amazing. So yeah, thank you for sharing the code with us and letting us have like extra time on that. That's amazing.
Yeah, I'll make it after for you guys, no problem. And then we can
Put it
both
in the
post
show
it on our
notes.
social media and everyone everywhere else, so people have access to it as well.
Yeah, for sure. And it'll be in the show notes. We'll make it simple, just like
Excellent.
everything else. It'll be in the show notes. And then there was the part that I was really excited about is the marketplace. Cause we all talking about green, clean, and sustainable on this channel. So when we talk about sustainability, you have this awesome platform.
Yeah, so the marketplace actually came about because it, again, being from the professional distributorship, diversion is a huge problem in our industry. Like you you go to Winners and you see professional hair care brands like on the shelves, and you're just thinking to yourself as an owner, like, what can I do to protect myself? Like I've gotten behind this professional brand, but it doesn't matter what I do. They're either selling it on Amazon or they're selling it at Sephora, and there's just no winning at the end of the day. And it's something that really sucks, but it's something that we also need to protect ourselves from as professionals, because this is our job and our livelihood. And a lot of product sales is what makes people money at the end of the day. So again, it was just something that I thought of like, well, I have so many salon owners that are either like looking to downsize or just upgrade things, and they don't need certain things anymore. And they're trying to sell barbering chairs or hood fans or a couple tubes of color. And, you're trying to sell them on Kijiji or Facebook Marketplace, and you're just getting hosed by people because they don't know what it is or know the value of what it is. And it's not even going to someone who might be putting it to use. And so we decided, well, wouldn't it be better if there was no diversion, or if there was, at least it's happening amongst us as professionals and we're keeping it all together. So it's a way to also recycle goods and do good for the environment at the end of the day too, especially if you don't need those tubes of color and you're not just tossing them in the garbage. And ultimately that's going to affect the environment at the end of the day. So we're just trying to do our part, again, to like not only create a community, but also keep things inside the community that don't need to be outside of the community.
Oh, that is so huge. And the reason, like you said, for environment reasons, but also a lot of my salon stuff like has come from upsell, upcycle, bringing in like our stations are upcycled dressers and stuff like that, because I don't want to go out, like wherever I can cut buying new, I will, right? Same thing, like where else are you going to find nice chairs? Yeah, you see them on the Facebook market, but that is a nightmare to work with,
Mm-hmm.
because, like you said, people don't know the value. So it just sits up there and sits up there, and you hope and pray that a salon owner or a stylist looking for these things will find your stuff, but it is not very often that that happens. So having somewhere where it's coming from a salon, it's coming from a professional, it's been cared for, it's been, just it's a different vibe, being able to
Hmm.
buy that way and keep the sustainability part where we're not just throwing things into trash or, quote unquote, recycle, because so many of the recycle things are just not actually being recycled properly.
Well, it's funny is I was just on the phone yesterday with a lady that I used to work with, and she was saying because she had moved to Miami with her husband, and she was coming back. She's like, "I'm gonna get behind the chair again. Do you mind if I pick your brain about some stuff?" And I said, "Yeah, no problem." So I had mentioned to her about our site, and she was like, "Oh, this is amazing." And I told her, like about the whole color situation. Well, if you've got a couple of tubes of color, you could put them on the site. And she was like, "I literally." Had to give all of my color away when I left Miami because I didn't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
And that's just that's everyone, they don't know what to do with it, but now we have a place that we can put it and other professionals can come and find it.
Yes, it's so big. And I know I'm in Facebook groups where there's communities like with my brand that I use and with a few other brands. Like you'll have people in there, but that's not like this is where we're educating about our, the color brands or the product brands, and we're building community, but it's not the best place. It's not like there's a place to go search. You got to like go all kinds of weird places to try to find this. So having this all in one is so awesome. Oh, I'm so excited because I have a
Yeah,
few things that I want to look for that now I have somewhere to go.
nice. Yeah, and the other thing that's really cool is I bumped into a Kevin Murphy educator a while ago when I just first launched this, and I was showing it to her, and she was really blown away. But I think that she really put it in the best way. Is she said, social media is awesome for attracting new clients or keeping your clients up to date as to like what is happening in your life. And maybe, I got a new certification in this method of hair, but they don't want to see the business side of things. They don't want to see that we're hiring. They don't want to see certain aspects of the behind the scenes things where that should be. And I really think that's where Dite separates itself as well. Is like, yes, we know that there's all these social media aspects out there, and of course you can post sponsored ads on Instagram, but who is it going to first off? And then on top of that, do your clients want to see that? Is that helping you get more clientele in the door? Probably not. So this just really helps you separate your professional life from your social media life.
So great. Yeah. And I mean, we talk about that in the academy as like social media is great for certain things
Mm-hmm.
and it's not great for most, right? So when I'm posting about like, on my social media, I like to post about how our like stylists, like what the experience in the salon is about the stylist. But again, that's just experience based. I don't love posting about like the real, like I'm not posting any business stuff because, like you said,
Mm-hmm.
our clients don't want to see it. They don't care. They don't want to see it. And like a post here or there about hiring or having like a reel about it is okay, but that's not going to be enough to actually attract every single stylist, right? Unless you have a huge platform and you're posting all the time, like, and you're really a sought after salon, which
Yeah.
obviously we all want to be one. And if you're not, like, this gives that place where you can do this with integrity on
Mm-hmm.
really showcasing on this site what's different, what is the business stuff, so that your stylist, the stylists who want to be a part of your mission, can find you easier.
Yes, totally.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Oh, I'm so excited. So anything else that you want to tell us about it?
I'm trying to think. I mean, we did kind of cover everything for the most part. I mean, the other thing that there is actually is we do have a blog section, and we do try to collaborate with people like yourself that are running businesses that are obviously trying to further people's education about like what's happening in the industry. So we always are open to emails about us if people have blogs and they want to post them with us, we'll obviously do that for them and obviously give them the proper shout out and recognition that they deserve for it. But yeah, we do have like some material that's in there for good, useful information and little tips and tricks that we've kind of learned over the years.
Fantastic. So lots of education, lots of community connections, sustainability.
Actually, that's the one thing I did forget to tell you about, which I think is pretty cool. So we do. I mentioned that we have an area for education, and so essentially, what that area is for is much like jobs and opportunities. It's for stylists or anyone that's in the beauty industry to find classes to further their craft. Now, we know that there are a lot of amazing professionals that operate independently, but yet still want to teach classes. Well, now again, like speaking back to Instagram, how do you promote that class? Well, now I have to do it on social media. How do I collect the money for it? Well, I have to get them to like register through this link. So essentially, what I thought of is like, well, why don't we allow businesses and professionals to post educational opportunities that they are the ones that are teaching the class, and then they have their own registration link that's in there, all conveniently packaged up, so you can see exactly what the class is, where it's located, what the time is, what the cost is, what comes in the class, what the specifics of the class are. And then if you want to register, you would click the register page and it would take you to that stylist or business's registration link where you would register with them and pay them and not pay us. We don't take any profit whatsoever. You're the ones that have learned this craft and taken the time and effort to become a professional in it. And now you're passing that along. You should obviously take the money and earn what you've been teaching as well too. So it's actually just another opportunity for more people to make money off of what they specialize in.
And right there, you have a class or two. And when you do start charging the $99, bingo, that's how you have a community, you have a platform. Because we know as educators, I educate, I'm a coach. That's, a big part of it. And to get our information out there, especially on other platforms, it just brings more clout to your name, to what you're doing, because it's not just you talking about what you do, right? It's always more powerful when it comes on other platforms. So having that there and it being, not commission based, because there's other places that we can post, but they get a commission, right? Yeah. So that's a big deal.
And that's just not fair. Like, how does that make any sense at the end of the day? Like, you put in all the work and all the effort, and they're just providing you a medium, and yet they're going to take a cut from it. Like,
yeah, I mean, I agree. I'm totally on board with that. So, and I'm sure the listeners listening are also going to be very on board with that. So, like, if you're a salon owner, this platform really is for everyone in the industry. Everyone. Professional to salon owner to educator to school to manufacturer. This gives us places where we can actually see what is beneath the surface too, because I feel like this goes on a whole nother tangent and we probably don't have time for all of that, but like social media is very curated. It's all like the top of like what we think people want. But when we're putting together something like this, we can't fudge anything. Like, we're going to put our real mission, our real vision, and we can, like, when you see what this salon is all about, then you can obviously see like whether you want to work there or not. You can't always get that on social media. Like, it's kind of, everybody knows like how a one picture of a business.
You're totally right. And it's just another way to showcase how amazing your salon is and why talent should come there and stick there.
Yeah. Oh, I love this conversation. I think everyone listening should sign up, see what it's about. The more people we get on here, the more opportunities we have for us to hire more people in our area and find different collaborations and communities. So Don't wait. Sign up now. Take advantage, because I don't know when you're listening. I don't know, because YouTube, this stays out there. So I don't know when you're listening, but whatever it is, sign up now, get your name out there, start playing around with it. And then I want to hear feedback. And I'm sure, Jason, you do too. We want to hear what's going on. What do you like? What you don't? Share with us in the comments of what you're actually seeing.
Yeah, we would love that. I mean, again, like we're we're just a young company trying to make their way, and so I mean, we're always open to criticism and any features or benefits that other people want to see. I mean, we're totally open to it, and if we can make it happen, we definitely will.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much, one, for making this platform, and really, like, you can see the dedication and the care you guys have put behind it. That's huge. So thank you for making that, but also thank you for coming and being on the show. And I'm sure we'll have you on again, because we want to keep this platform going. I love, this is such a big resource for us. So anything I can do or the community can do, please let us know too.
I will, for sure. And I thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. I'm just obviously trying to get the word out there as well too. So any opportunity I can take to make that happen, I definitely will. So I appreciate it. Thank you again.
Of course. All right. Well, thank you everyone for listening. Make sure you like and follow and subscribe, just depending on where you're watching. If you're on YouTube, subscribe. If you are on one of the podcast platforms like Apple or Spotify, follow. Keep coming back for more juicy episodes like this, where you can find your solutions to running a successful, profitable, clean beauty, green beauty, and sustainability. Thank you again, and we'll see you on the next one.
Thank you for tuning in to the Salon Owner's Holistic Blueprint. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to follow and subscribe. Until next time, stay inspired, stay passionate, and keep thriving in the world of holistic beauty.